This is Ricardo Reylos. I'm the CEO and owner of Cape Dory Cruisers, and I'm here with Albert Fontenelle, who's one of the owners of our new Cape Dory Cruiser 220 Marinaut boats. Albert is here with his wonderful family, the entire family, and he bought one of our recent 220 boats, picked his own beautiful blue colors. Albert, take a look at this boat. So Albert picked this beautiful blue color. We custom matched it. Later on, we're going to show you the interior that his wife Iris built. Curtains, custom curtains and pillows, which is something that people do with the Cape Dories. They'll customize them to themselves. Around this other side is Albert's entire family, because one of the things we tell people about is that boating is, Gwendolyn is, here's Gwendolyn. This is one of Albert's daughters. The family has been boating for 20 years now. Iris, how many years? Over 20 years.
85.
Since 1985, this is their third boat, and they've chosen to have the Cape Dory 220 Marinaut as their boat. And here's Albert's grandkids and Zoe. You're going to be and say hi to everybody.
Sorry.
So Albert, first we're going to show you this boat here, which is one of our recent boats. It's a white boat, and it's the Cape Dory. Started out as the Cape Marinaut in Washington. And David Thompson was the designers that designed this boat, and we're going to show you the interior of some amazing engineering that's gone into this boat. Albert, let's start and show your boat and some of the, yeah. As you can see, his wife did some custom curtains. It's a full liveaboard boat with a sink, galley. Albert's put in a microwave. His daughter did a perfect little custom wrapped table. We have overhead shelves up above for storage. That's a complete V-berth. You can put a potty underneath there. Yeah. Albert has got one, don't you?
Yeah.
And there's storage underneath.
There you go.
That's pretty neat.
This cushion back here, what you need?
Julie.
Julie, this cushion comes out and it sets in there.
And then this drops and it turns into another bunk.
Okay.
So this drops down, so
Yeah.
if you got
Just like a
young kid,
Okay.
you can sleep there. So this is Albert's boat that we're gonna take a trip down to the Bahamas together on this thing. Hopefully we'll go down to the Keys, Danny with the whole family, and do another TV shoot. I'm boarding the new 22 boat that we just finished here in Stuart, Florida, where we've got our new Cape Dory factory. And this is a great boat. We did some changes to the boat. It's the original Cape Dory. It was a Marinaut that was designed by Dave Thompson up in Washington. That was a long-term sea brat. And Dave knew that there were a lot of changes in the boat. That and it's an amazingly well-engineered boat. This particular boat back here, Dan, has got side tanks that are 20 to 30 gallons a side. That's the dual batteries for the house battery and the boat battery with dual switches. We got a bilge pump, as you can see. These side tanks are custom built, painted, 30 gallons each side. It's got almost a 300-mile range. We're offering 20 gallons on each side because 300 miles is almost further you can go. You can go all the way down to Trinidad from here in Florida. But we plan on definitely going down to the Bahamas. But I'm begging Albert to go to the Bahamas on his boat. And we're going to make that trip. Here, Danny, one of the things here is that this bulkhead is an option, and everything on the boat is an option. You can either order it, and then if you want to take it off, down here in Florida, some of the customers take it off for the summer, and then just have it open back in. Inside the boat, you can see it's got the custom galley. This one's got a Corian top with beautiful, beautiful cabinetry. Stainless steel sink with a water pump. This dinette drops down to a bed that'll actually sleep an adult. You know, two small adults maybe, but certainly a child or a grandchild. These upper shelves are all options, but they're nice. They're well done in teak wood, and they make the boat really look good. We've got boats, color lights that switch over from red, blue, and white, and make the boat really kind of make a nice mood in the evening. I kind of like to turn the lights on to blue, white, and red. And then down here we got another shelf. This V-berth is huge. And then the opening here, you don't have to crawl in like on most V-berths. Now you can just go right in here. In fact, it turns out to be extra seating. So if you're driving the boat, you can actually have two adults sitting side by side. This cushion is actually the backrest for the port rear. But if you're overnighting, you take it out and set it in here, and that extends the V-berth. The other cushion back here in the aft port side comes out to stretch across, Danny, right here in front. It comes across to go here, which gives you a 7'3" V-berth bunk. And guys who are 6'3", 6'4", even 6'7" are amazed at how comfortable it is to sleep in this boat. Again, you've got overhead shelving here, where you can mount your radar if you want, or you can mount it up here. So you get a lot of storage in the boat. Sliding windows. And here in Florida, a lot of our dealers are worried that the boats are too hot down here, and they find out that our boats are actually cooler than the center consoles that are selling everywhere in Florida. And so here we are standing in a boat with the windows open. The airflow makes it actually cooler than over here. You can see these center consoles, which is probably 70% of the market in Florida. But they're finding out that our Cape Dorys are really, really the better boat. You can 12 months of boating out of the boat. And we hear from a lot of customers here that move from the snowbirds that come down here, we call them. The snowbirds come down from New York or Minnesota or Michigan, and they're saying that they bought a center console and they want to buy a pilot houseboat so they can get out of the sun, not in it. So we're pretty excited about moving the company. We moved it from the Northwest down here to Florida, and we're going to be building a lot more boats. And this is our first boat show actually right here at Causeway Cove in Fort Pierce, Florida, on the east coast of Florida, north of Palm Beach, Miami, and it's pretty exciting to have Cape Dory here in this region where so many boats, and the boat will be probably cruising the Bahamas all the way up to the Carolinas. So anyway, here, one more thing, you can see the more storage underneath here, underneath the cabinet, and here we got right here you can put an optional wall of stove for those of you in the north. Down here they don't want stoves because, well, maybe they will if they're no snowbirds, but when we put a wall of stove in here, you can use it as heat or a two-burner cooking stove. Here you got other storage right there, nice big drawer, and then our door here, when it closes, has a sliding window, so more ventilation, so all through the boat. Hey Zoe, thank you. Zoe is our little passenger here. Uh-oh, that's Albert's granddaughter and Danny's daughter. Oh, well, be careful. Yeah. Anyway, so the boat is hand laid with those using vinyl ester resin and some of the best composite materials on the market today. There's no wood in the boat. There's no stringers in the boat, and it's simple and easy to take care of. Why don't you tell us how we met and how did you wind up picking and choose Cape Dory?
Well, I went on in the...
How did this start?
I was looking, my wife saw the boat on YouTube, and she said, "Ooh, what a neat boat." And then we watched the guy on YouTube with his boat, Cape Dory. I said, "Wow, that's nice." And I started shopping around for a used one. And then I had put a deposit on a used one, and it didn't go through. The guy sold it anyway. So then I found his ad on Facebook.
On Boat Trader.
Boat Trader.
Yes, we had
Trader.
so Albert called me.
And then I called him, and he says, "Oh, come meet us in about a month at this guy's house. He bought one, and you can look at his in Punta Gorda, Florida."
Right, we didn't have a showroom, and one of our customers, Steve Schaub, was so nice to show him his boat that we used his garage as our showroom. And so Albert fell in love with the boat. We wrote the order. He picked the color of the blue boat that we showed you earlier. I told Albert I was a little nervous about it because everybody usually picks dark
Dark
marine blue. But when that boat came out of the mold, everybody loved the boat. It's beautiful, unique, and we're going to be selling a lot more using that color.
Correct.
So, and how do you now you've run the boat, right?
Yeah, and it runs nice.
How does the boat run? What was the speed?
About 35 to 38.
35 to 38. Wow. And cruising speed?
Cruising, yeah, 25. It's calm water. She's nice and smooth. If it's rough, it splashes in the front, but we got the 3 windshield wipers.
Right. But and so in the rough water, it handles well. With the
Right,
deep V, it's got the deep V in the front that we showed
and
you.
It stabilizes, and you don't get wet. My other deck boat, I would get wet.
That's good. So here is the optional bimmy up here, Danny. You can see that's an option. It's up and down here. You want it up for the shade. And down here in Florida, any minute now it's going to rain. Well, maybe not. You know, in Florida the weather changes every half hour.
Out sometimes.
It'll fizzle out. So Dan, you see the nice graphics and striping that we do on the boat. This is a white boat. Some people just pick white only because there's a saying that says there's a reason fire engines are red and boats are white. And Danny is a fireman, so he can probably attest to that. And here you can see in this article that was written in Lakeland Magazine, the Cape Dory Marinaut. Like I said, it was designed by Dave Thompson as the Marinaut, but we own the Cape Dory brand, which is a 60-year-old name. But we wanted to pay tribute to the Marinaut that was known for several years when Dave had the company, and we managed to do a joint venture to build the boats here in Florida. One thing back here you might want to look at, Dan, and Albert might attest to it, the flat back end, you don't have a V bottom at the bottom, and that's one of the unique things about the Cape Dory boats, is they're the most fuel efficient boat on the market. We've got customers that are getting 4 and 4.5 miles to gallon. So the range on the boat is anywhere from 250 to almost 300 miles, which is ridiculous. You can go to the Bahamas and back on one fill. This boat's equipped with a 115, but we offer a 90 and even all the way down to a 75. These grab rails are optional. A trailer, optional tandem or single axle. No twins. Some people ask about twins, Albert, but we don't offer twins. We don't feel you need it. But one of the latest thing, and we do offer a kicker bracket with a trolling mat motor, but the customers that have done that have taken, in the last 5 years, have taken the kicker motors off, and they've got the new trolling motors that are GPS guided. And so you can mount those on the bow, and those GPS guided trolling motors will act as an anchor, and they actually also work as a bow thruster, believe it or not. And that is an amazing feature because a bow thruster is probably $3,500. And so here we got an anchor roller on the bow. If you want a windlass, that's optional. We even offer air conditioning, but it's really almost not needed with the windows open and fans. But some people will probably put air conditioning if they like. So that's Iris. Hey, how are you? This is Albert's wife, Iris. I want to ask you. You've been on the boat with Albert, and you've been boating. Tell me what did you like when you went out on the boat with Albert?
Inside of the cold.
In the cold, right? And your other boat was a Bayliner, right? A Bayliner deck boat.
Yes.
And so you found out that being inside the boat is much more comfortable. Not to mention down here, the heat is too much, isn't it? Yes, it's. I'm from Seattle and I'm a sun worshiper, but down here in Florida, it's different. And so you're glad to be out of the sun. Yeah, especially the skin cancer.
The elements, out of the elements.
Yes. Well, good. Well, we're happy to have the Fontanelles and their whole family here, and because that's what boating is about. It's about the family, and I've had boating all my life with my children, and it's the memories that we've had for over many years, and that's why we wanted to have the Fontanelles here. But thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
All right.